So just before training, I got out of my car as I was about to go into the shop and just buy some stuff for my teammates. However, I was thinking about all the articles that were going through my head. Loads of people were saying that I needed to be dropped from Watford and that the manager wasn't happy. So hopefully we can buy him something nice in order to impress him. For the first game of the episode, we won 3-1 away at Bristol Rovers in the AFL Cup. We're in the next round, not too bad. Alright, so in the next game, we played against Preston away, and I came on as a sub for João Pedro in the 50th minute. Hopefully we can get a goal and win the game. Within moments of coming on, Preston had an attack, Maguire on the ball, and he played the ball in the middle to number 9, and our goalkeeper made a hellish save to keep us in the game. But then in the 71st minute, Alexander Diaz was on the ball, sprinting forward against the Preston defence, and he slots the ball into the back of the net to make it 1-0. What a super sub, and he goes and does his little Mbappe celebration at the corner flag. The Watford fans behind the goal going crazy for him. What a finish as well. Slots it right under the keeper in the back of the net. Brilliant goal, and that's massive for Watford. Huge start for them. But then, at the death, 85th minute, Preston came forward, the Watford defence split in half, and Preston scored to make it 1-1. Possibly one of the worst things that could have happened for us. It looked like we turned a corner and we were about to win 2 games on the bounce. But Preston, great finish from their number 9, and unfortunately that looks like we're going to draw the game 1-1. Not the best results away at Preston. We're hoping for a win, but we go again. In the next game we played against Birmingham City and we beat them 2-1 at home, and we did score. Massive win for us. And even because of our goal, we must have done something good to the manager. Maybe when we bought him that thing, he enjoyed it, because he wanted us to be in his press conference after the game. What an honour. That is fantastic. Hopefully we can get some starts under our belt now, because maybe he likes us now. That's massive for our career. Moving onwards from our press conference, we had Norwich at home, a big game, a big test, a team that did get relegated with us last season. And I tell you what, look at him, he looks ready. We've got to win this game, massive game. Let's see how we get on. In the 20th minute, we got a penalty given to us, and of course no other man other than Diaz was going to step up, and Diaz smashes it into the bottom left corner. What a penalty. And he runs to the corner flag, and what does he do? Of course, his new signature celebration, sliding on his knees like Mbappe. Brilliant goal. And I tell you what, he was the coolest man on the ground to step up and take that penalty. 1-0, massive goal for Watford. But then in the 35th minute, Norwich did come forward with a little chance. Timo Pukki, ball played through to him, and I tell you what, it's a good finish, but the keeper needs to do better at his near post there. Pukki gets the ball, doesn't bother celebrating, and I tell you what, game on now. Poor defending from Watford and extremely poor goalkeeping from our goalkeeper. He's been solid all season until that point. 1-1. But then in the 91st minute, the worst possible thing happened. Shocking defending from us, and Norwich scored to make it 2-1. And look at how crazy the whole bench just comes onto the pitch here. He's going mad. He knows how big of a goal that is. And I tell you what, Watford just looked destroyed. That was the end of the game as well. 2-1. Look at the captain there. He looks devastated. Absolutely shocking from us. Poor defending. And just, yeah, maybe the goalkeeper could have done better again. Who knows? Yeah, awful. Absolutely awful from Watford. But then moving onwards, another worse bad thing happened. We lost 1-0 to Middlesbrough. Absolutely terrible from us again. On to the next match, we were playing away at the Hawthorns against West Brom. And I tell you what, this would be a perfect game to try and bounce back. They don't have a very good squad. We are in terrible form. Hopefully we can bounce back. In the first few minutes of the game, Alexander Diaz had taken on the West Brom defender, and we all thought he was going to shoot, but instead he cut back and played the ball across, and Watford, well, they just could not find the opening. In the end, Chowdhury had a pop, but it was blocked by the defender. But then, in the 32nd minute, West Brom came forward, but Batchman made a fantastic save again, keeping us in the game. But then, in the 52nd minute, Alexander Diaz came forward, and surely this is it. Surely, oh yes it is. What a finish by Diaz. Unbelievable, man. He runs over to the travelling fans and just jumps on the barrier in celebration. But I tell you what, cool, calm and collective. What a finish by him. And then just to finish it off, 2-0. What a finish by Diaz. 70th minute, same again, and he does his new signature celebration. Well, I'll tell you what, the turn that he does there just to get past the defender is fantastic. And that is the end of the game. 2-0 away at the Hawthorns. Short match, not much happened other than 2 goals. Brilliant win for us. And just to finish it off brilliantly, he also got the man of the match trophy. Beautiful. Yes, next up we played against Huddersfield at the Kirklees Stadium away, and hopefully we can continue our winning form and get ourselves a win. Unfortunately, Huddersfield scored 2 penalties in the first half, but Diaz did come forward and get himself on the score sheet, which is big for his career, but not great for Watford, as it was a consolation goal, as the game did end 2-1 to Huddersfield. Pretty poor result. See, Rudds scored 2 penalties. I mean, what can I say about that? Just a pretty poor day at the office. But then, next game, away at Villa Park, we played against Aston Villa. Not much happened at all in this game, but it was a massive chance for Alexander Diaz to prove himself to the whole of the country and show that he is a player who can play against Premier League teams. But unfortunately, in this 82nd minute, keeper dived the right way, but Danny Ings smashed the ball at the top left hand corner of the net, and I kid you not, this was the only chance that they got all game. It was such a weird game. I played the highlights, and honestly, that was it. Villa had 1 penalty, and that was it for the whole game. Pretty poor performance. Alexander Diaz will be kicking himself after that. As you can see there, he is furious with himself. And then, just to make things worse, we lost 2-1 at home to Hull City afterwards. Absolutely shocking. We need to turn a corner and change our things around. Then, for the final game of the episode, we played against Burnley away at Turf Moor. Now, this was a very good chance to change things around. Even though Burnley were near the top of the league, we could do something. But then, in the second minute, Alexander Diaz was through, one-on-one with the keeper, and he smashes it across goal, and 1-0 Watford. That is massive. Can they hold on? Well, that's the question. He does the X celebration, possibly to show that he's as good as Lewandowski. Who knows? Maybe he thinks he is. I don't think he is. But it's a massive goal for Watford. Hopefully they can hold on to this lead and beat Burnley, because it'll be a massive statement to the rest of the league to say they aren't done. They're only 8 points off playoffs. Maybe they can get back into it. Who knows? Massive goal for Diaz. But then in the 10th minute, Alexander Diaz face shots around him. Brilliant run. And he just absolutely outpaces the whole Burnley defence, who were playing pretty high up. And there you go, 2-0 to Watford, man. 13 minutes in, and he runs over to the camera. And so does the rest of the team. Massive goal for Watford. And that's a huge statement for the rest of the league. Brilliant from Alexander Diaz as well. He must be the league's top goal scorer now. He's scored so many goals. And again, it just uses his blister and pace and power and slots it into the far corner. And then in the 31st minute, you'll not believe what happened. Diaz absolutely mugs off Brownhill, I think it is, and he slots it into his near post past the keeper to make it 3-0 to Watford, and does his trademark celebration in front of all the Burnley fans. They must have been furious when he did that. Massive goal for Watford, and I tell you what, he's making Watford players proud. He's making the rest of his team proud, and the fans must be buzzing with him. And because of that, the manager wanted to sub him off at half time, as he thought the game was done. It ended 3-0, and there he is in the dressing room, clapping Diaz as he is holding his new match ball. Fantastic for him. I'm very happy, and that is going to be the end of the episode, boys. Thanks for watching.